All right, I wanted to talk about the 2008 JKU Sahara Wrangler that I built. I got this, it had about 185,000 miles on it, and it had a rear main seal that was blown on the original engine, and that was actually exactly what I was looking for. The car was in perfect shape. One owner, he was a traveling salesman. I know it sounds corny, but that's actually what he was. And so it had a lot of miles and not a lot of issues. It was pretty much rust-free, and my plan all along was to put a Hemi in it, put the 2.5-inch AEV lift on it and some 35s. You can see it's got the AEV hood that's ready for the snorkel right here. It's painted to match the body, and it's got the steel bumper that's winch ready. This hood is actually really good because the Hemis put out a lot of heat. You can see it's got the hood struts. You don't need the annoying hood latch there. And then if you look here, you've got the Edelbrock intake. It's a little dusty right now. You got the Edelbrock intake. I put this on the 6.4 liter 500 horsepower Hemi because it improves the bottom end torque a little bit better, which is what you want for a Jeep. You don't want it to be laggy when you're kind of idling. That's good for off-road. And then you've got this high flow, massive air intake. This is snorkel ready air intake here. So all you have to do is install a snorkel. It bolts right on there as long as it's AEV. You can see it's got custom coolant tanks built. It's got the thicker 2-inch radiator. Can't quite see under the shroud. It's got a custom computer. The wiring harness is all professional wiring harness with everything that's labeled on here. You can see, again, dusty. I didn't have time to clean it. But yeah, this is the 6.4 liter 500 horsepower engine. Best part about it, I could talk about how I took everything out of this 185,000 mile. Well, actually, by the time I did the swap, it had about 210,000 miles on it. So I can talk about how I took everything mechanical out of it, swapped it out. But the best part is listening to it as I turn it on. So if you'll allow me the guilty pleasure. All right, so I wanted to talk about the interior. 2008 through 2011 had a really crappy interior. They had the plastic headrests, which I just didn't like. Well, it turns out that the whole JKU series all had the same bolt-in patterns and the same wiring harness for the airbags. So I was able to get a set of Rubicon seats that somebody had gotten rid of, brand new Rubicon seats from the, I think, 2013 or 2015 time frame. Has the airbag, factory airbag still installed, still has the everything else that you need. So much more comfortable than the original JKU seats. It's just amazing, and they bolt right in, plugged right in, everything works perfectly. I also wanted to talk about the transmission. It's a core short shifter with a Hurst stick, and it's on a manual transmission, obviously, 6-speed. This uses the GetRag 238. It's the same transmission that they used in the Dodge Dakota and a limited amount of the Dodge Ram. And you might think Dakota is a light-duty pickup truck, but actually the GetRag was built for heavy-duty trucks. They originally designed it to go with a 5.7 Hemi. It just never got mated with that, but it's an amazing transmission. Every Jeep Wrangler that has the Hemi swap should have this transmission. The only reason they don't is they're so rare. So a lot of these Hemi shops have convinced people that they really want an automatic transmission. Don't fall for it. The manual transmission is amazing. It's like driving a race car, and it's not. It's still an off-road vehicle. It's just fabulous. I couldn't be happier. I originally built this thing, like I said. I wanted to do the Hemi swap and wanted to sell it. So this is all the description. So take it for what it's worth. I'm trying to sell it, but it is amazing.